What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Warcraft Rumble video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. In today's video, guys, I want to showcase an amazing General Drakkisath deck. And mainly for PvP, right? You guys know that I like to do this type of videos. First, I just want to say a big shout out to Blizzard for sponsoring the video. If you guys want to try out Warcraft Rumble, you can do so by clicking the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment, and come and join us. Tons of fun. And we do have a guild as well. GTR Rumble. Get ready to rumble. So, as I mentioned, guys, General Drakkisath. He is a pretty interesting tank. He actually deals a lot of damage. And yes, he's not necessarily the best unit in the game, but I do want to be in a spot where I pretty much do a video on each one of them to kind of like showcase them, right? And talk a bit about their potential. Now, I don't have him maxed just yet. Somehow I missed the dungeon for him in the recent past, right? But either way, I'm definitely looking forward to get him to gold, right? Fully golded. At the cost of 5 gold, nearby enemies take 50% more elemental damage, which means that you want to have as many minis in your deck that will deal elemental damage, because overall means that you are going to absolutely crush your enemies. Then, he is a melee single target. That's kind of like his thing. He's not really very effective at taking big waves of enemies, but you know what? He does hit hard, and that's definitely a plus. The main thing that I don't really like so much about him is that he's actually very, very slow, right? As you can notice on the screen as well. Now, when we are talking about talents, guys, so we have Chromatic Scales, grants nearby allies a resistant trait, which is definitely not a bad talent. I have Piercing Blows on, attacks pierce through enemies in a line. Lasting Legacy, on that, drops a banner, nearby enemies take 50% additional elemental damage, lasts for 10 seconds. So even like this, you're still going to empower all of your elemental units. I bought Piercing Blows ages ago. He was one of the very first leaders that I've actually invested in, right? And I started using early on when I started playing the game. So we have kind of like the usual suspects in here, guys, with a couple of different adjustments. Of course, we're going to have the Elemental Tank, Elemental Damage. Let's bring it on. We're going to have the Pyromancer, more elemental damage. And even though it doesn't really do a lot of crazy damage, single target, and it doesn't have the best survivability, when we're talking about taking waves of enemies down, is one of the best minis in the entire game to do that, especially flying units. Then we have, of course, the Blizzard spell, which will be very, very effective. We are running the Cold Snap on it. We have the Harpies. We have, of course, our Quillbore, and we have the Troll. My ultimate favorite freaking mini, because I'm always using the Troll, right? Now, this week's modifiers in PvP, guys, we have Ward, basically no enchant, a good old-fashioned brawl. Bounty Hunt, the more we kill, the more gold. So hopefully we're going to find some enemies that actually are using grouped enemies, right? And Guard Towers, pretty straightforward. Now, I'm not at the very top with him just yet, but a couple of fights and it will put me back into the top bracket with him. So hopefully we're going to get some decent opponents in here, guys. Not the most OP ones, but just some decent ones, right? That's what we want to see, to have a good old brawl. And here we are. We have Mr. Alps. And, okay, level 8. It doesn't look too OP, but hey, that can be deceiving, right? So we're going to deploy our tank right here. We know he's not a bot because he is from a clan. We're going to drop in some more units, and look at that. Look how quickly we're just going to melt them down. Boom. That's what I like about the Pyromancer. Has the power to absolutely obliterate enemies. So I'm going to deploy the miner there just in case if some gold will pop in the meantime. Perfect. So we can actually deploy our leader. And I do need to put some different units behind him that will deal elemental damage. Now, one thing, I'm not sure what's the range of nearby allies, right? If they need to be like literally next to each other in order for that to really activate. But I guess we're going to find out. Let's put the elemental tank in there as well. And the spell. We definitely need the spell a bit. My god, they took me down so quick. Let's put a Quillbow right there to distract a little bit so the Pyromancer can do a bit of damage. And let's deploy the Harpies. We're going to deploy another leader in a second. In the meantime, I feel like we definitely need to have a bit of support of some form right there. So the Harpies will get the job done. Very good choice to deploy the Harpies, actually. But I feel like we got this down. We got this fight down, and thankfully he had a lot of group units, right? He had the Batlings as well, which seems like he did not use before. Sorry. Let's crack on with the next fight. This was a pretty easy peasy, right? The Pyromancer getting the job done as well. Now we just need to pair them all together there with the leader, to deploy them at the same time. So we're getting that extra elemental damage to really make that sweet strategy. Let's get our next opponent in here. The Safe Pilot is again a very good option as an elemental unit, right? Because you can just drop it next to him whenever you need it. So we have Barrow right here. Okay, and he's using Sylvanas. So we can actually just chill a little bit to stack in more gold. I do need some flying units though. So let's put the General in there. Just to basically give him some form of a protection, right? And yes, let's put them in now. Let's put a Troll as well. And the Pyromancer should really go in as well to kick a bit of ass with him there. But they are moving a bit slow. It's pretty hard to time them, right? Because you really need to have them on point right there. Not worried about that Sylvanas for the moment. Let's actually pick up the gold. If he's dealing a bit of damage, it's fine. Not the end of the world. Okay, so we do need to use a spell right here. Okay, the Pyromancer still alive. Damn, that Sylvanas is doing a lot of damage right now, actually. So let's deal with that flying tank. Gotta make sure he's not doing much. Let's distract that one right there to ensure that we're taking down the flying tank. Let's put our miner to pick up that gold. Seems like we had such an easy path with that Quillbow right there straight to his tower, right? Almost a bit strange. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to chill for a little second right here. Then I'm going to deploy him on this side and try to take over that tower. We're gonna put the Pyromancer behind as well. And we're going to distract for a little second so the Pyromancer can kick in. Okay, not even sure what happened right there. Seems like I was lagging a little bit for whatever reason. I just lost my Pyromancer. Interesting. I've missed that part. Okay. So let's deploy our miner. Let's pick up the gold from the side right here. I really want to take down his tower now, though, because if I started on it, I feel like I need to. So let's deploy a spell. Let's put a Quillbow as well right there. Because that's my tower now. My tower. So I'm going to stack some gold and I'm going to deploy them from the other flank as well. There we go. And there we go. Hopefully we're going to see exactly what happens right now with our unit. There, look at the damage. It's absolutely smashing that flying tank though, which is really good. So we're going to give him some Harpies as well. Okay, so he's taking down clever person. He's taking down my Pyromancer right there. He knows that if the Pyromancer gets close to him, is going to be game over. But the General deals a lot of damage even on the units, though. On the towers, which is really good. Of course, you can use different minis in your deck, guys. Up to you what you like the most, what works the best for you, right? In PvP, the strategies that you're usually kind of like trying to do, but I'm a massive fan of this combo since I started playing, right? Like I'm using probably like 10 minis in PvP mainly. Sometimes I'm playing around with different decks and they are tons of fun. But when I'm going with units that are slower and stuff, I definitely feel like I need to bring in a lot of support, right? And this is the best outcome. So let's do that. The general is in close proximity as well, so we might be able to release him if I'm not mistaken. There we go. We got him up and running. Let's pick up that gold from there. And the Pyromancer. Somebody was dealing some AoE damage there. Yep. Okay, now we need to drop the spell on that Griffin Rider. Okay. So he took down my units pretty quick as well. Those AoE hits were a bit nasty. And as soon as you're uncovered from flying units, guys, like, it's GG's basically, right? You guys know the drill. Once you get uncovered to flying units, you're definitely not in the best spot. Now the troll has a much better range as well, which is pretty helpful. Ah, there you go. So is the AoE damage coming from her talent most likely there? I haven't really been using this leader much though. Seems like she deals a lot of damage as well, huh? Maybe I should try her out as well more often. I do need to level her up in order to get her up and running, and that's something that I haven't done just yet though. I haven't done that just yet. So we do need a Pyromancer right there, because that will smack some nice AoE damage. Let's try to take that miner down as well, and we need to take some gold too. Come on, man. I was gonna say, come on, Pyro, deal some damage. What are you doing? Deal some damage. And he's slowing us down too. I actually forgot what that talent does, to be honest. That's fine. We picked up a little bit there. We picked up a little bit. Let's take the gold. Let's keep that one busy right there. Let's put up a Pyromancer on the other side. And I am getting ready to kick in that spell. We need a spell right here. We definitely need that spell because, my god, it's getting pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. I should try to push a bit on his other tower, at least to distract, right? Even if I'm not taking it over. Even though most likely right now, I will take it over, actually. So you chill right there. Do not go near my troll. Ah, okay. So he deployed some units. That's fine. I like that the troll heals, though. That's one of the main things that I like about the troll, right? Being able to heal is just massive, and we might actually take over that tower right now. Give me that tower. Give me that tower. That's not yours. That is not yours. Come on, troll. I'm counting on you. Ah, that was so close. Okay, I need to quickly deploy an unbound unit. Come on, Quillboar, go and get the job done. Go and get the job done. That's my tower. I've worked hard for it. Beautiful. So he dealt no damage on my main tower either. But I'm about to go in deep right now, guys. And do some serious work right there. Ooh, we missed the Griffin with the spell. I thought that we are going to be able to catch it just with a corner right there. We haven't. That's fine. Let's put in some units right here. Okay. So I'm going to let that tank engage, and then we're going to deploy the Harpies. Take down the leader. Beautiful. And let's drop a spell right there. Yes, any units coming out, GGG's. GGG's. It did melted my general pretty quick. To be honest, it is a bit more under-leveled. If I'm comparing him with my other units, he's only level 7. His main units are all around level 8, level 9 as well. Very similar with mine, you know. So he's definitely underperforming a little bit in this situation, in this scenario right here. I think we can do another one. This was a pretty long fight, but we still managed to get a dub in. Okay. We're gonna collect that after. Thank you. So there we are. We are in my top 3 leaders now. As I mentioned, I used to play him a lot early on. And I just realized I've never made a video on my general. Let's see. What sort of... Okay, general versus general this time around, guys. Let's see who's the better general. Who is the better general? So let's deploy our troll. Let's deploy our Harpies right there. And we are going to have to distract a bit that general in a second and do that as well. Beautiful. Let's send in the miner. And I feel like right now we are safe to save some of our goals so we can deploy them all together, right? Okay, 1, 2. There we go. So we got that covered. Can even deploy another one just to help us out. Elemental damage, 50% extra. Bring it on. Bring it on. We have another general coming our way. This will be the clash of the generals. Look at that damage. Look at that damage from the general as well. It's like literally taking almost 20% of the HP in a hit. Boom. One shot. One shot, one kill. That's why the general is good. He does a lot of damage, though. He does a lot of damage. Now, this would be the perfect scenario to deploy my Pyromancer as well. Come on. Pretty please. Quicky, quick. Go, go, go. Nice. We got a Pyromancer as well. We got a Fire Elemental tank at the front. We're going to pick up this gold. And quickly deploy something to assist us with flying units. If he has any incoming. We got a damage, though. Like, he's smashing my tank, right? He was smashing my Fire Elemental tank as well. I need a spell right there for that Pyro. Okay, my Pyro dealt with it. Beautiful, beautiful. And now he's a GG's. Actually, no. Actually, no. We got that safe pilot dropping in. I was like, oh my god, he's going to disrupt my attack. Honestly, I do think that the general is very, very strong as a leader in terms of damage, of course. I feel like each one of the minis have pros and cons. Even the most OP ones on the tier lists, right? They have something that's not just perfect. And to be honest, I think he is definitely in the top 10 best leaders in the entire game. If we're talking about damage, Drakkisath is absolutely smashing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and thanks again to Blizzard for sponsoring the video. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.